Hey, good morning, everybody. It is 6:01 according to my clock. I'm sure it's probably wrong, and we have a visitor today. And the reason that we brought a visitor on this Friday, it's going to be another giveaway. And this, some people were asking about what this wine tumbler says, and it says it's not drinking alone if the dog is home, right? Yeah, and so I have one of my watchdogs here. She's a little ankle biter. Have a few big dogs as well, so that we can, stay protected out here, right? Yeah, she's a lover, and she's a craphead sometimes too, but we all know what that's like. So, excuse me. Um, we're going to do the game here in just a few seconds. Again, I know that was clunky, but today we're going to give away some coffee. Coffee. I said it again like that. And so let me know if you're here, and we will be giving away that here really soon. Hopefully you can hear me okay. There's been some questions on time. I had hundreds of messages over the period of a couple of weeks-ish. The time basically came down to, was this was about the best time, relatively speaking. There's people that are out on the East Coast that follow what I do and some of that kind of stuff. So I think that 6 o'clock is okay. Maybe 6:30 would be better, and that's Central Time. So but free coffee Friday today for the giveaway. We're going to do the clunky color thing in just a few minutes, but we're going to get into, is this the world you want? Because you're making it. I think that it's really easy, especially people from my age, to get caught like up into not responding and not being very um we need to be gracious but yet aggressive on the online bullies, especially people that are my age. And so I did have some attacks from the first day, which I am used to, and I'm okay with. I really am okay with that. I think that it's one of the things that I did have to accept, being a essentially it's a public figure thing. So that's just what it is what happens. But I'm not going to allow it to affect me in a negative way. I want to make sure that that happens in more of a positive way. And so I wrote, I see you're worried of what I can do now. See, I took a break for basically, I mean, just did some personal posting, and I didn't do any podcasts. I didn't do some things that were rattling the cages, so to speak, for almost 2 years. But I still was attacked. I still had people that were talking about some of the things that had been discussed, and opinions from years ago. I don't understand why that is, especially when you want to do thumb wars. And I don't do thumb wars. I will invite you to sit down face to face before I get into that. Sure, I'll try to respond when I can, but and so how do I know that they're worried? How do I know that it's a thing for these bullies, these adult bullies? It's because when someone attacks your past, that proves that they're worried about your influence in the future. And that influence might be negative in their world or their ideology, and they're just simply not willing to look at the truth, connect answers to the truth. And so that is, sort of my opinion. And honestly, right now, I'm more determined than I ever have been. I'm stronger than I have been in many different ways. I'm wiser, most certainly. Have more knowledge anyway. I guess I do a lot of reading and things like that. So adult bullies, they exist. We have to acknowledge that they exist and not ignore them, because when we ignore them completely, that simply just builds their strength, and we don't want to build their strength. We want to deflect it. Most certainly, I would say that I don't, generally speaking, go head to head. Certainly online, like I said, I invite them to sit down face to face. So we're creating the world, And the world is online, and we live in a digital world as well as a physical world, and that's a reality that old guys like me have to figure out and understand and navigate. And so when we do that, and when we offer to take their hand in good faith conversation, I think that makes it does a lot to deflect it. Now, there's going to be trolls. There's going to be just simple trolls that will never communicate with you or never communicate with me in any fashion. You lean into them, they'll completely go away. In fact, a lot of them just have all these fake accounts to try and essentially grift to make money off of whatever they possibly can. So before we move on to the next segment, let's get into the giveaway. So we'll be right back. We'll just give a quick timer here. All right, we've got it set up. I don't know if, let's see, I guess I did some camera adjustments here and we'll get that set a little bit better. There we go. Now on the back side of these boxes, I have what colors they are. And so what we're going to do is we have yellow. We have the lights here kind of on my end is blinding me. That is purple. We have gray. We have pink, and then we have green. So this is a clunky thing again, and hopefully there's enough people here that we can play the game. What we do is we need to pick a color. So go ahead and tell me what color you want on what number. Send me a comment, and we will get that dialed in here for you. The next thing that we're going to talk about is what is shiny. Actually, here's the giveaway. Sorry, I got this. Here's the giveaway. This is great coffee, free coffee Friday. This is an amazing coffee that I have roasted, and so that this is something that is really, really good. Shiny brand coffee is your free giveaway. I have light roast, I have medium roast, dark roast, espresso, and even decaf for you to choose from. Whole bean coffee. So we have green on 5 here. Here's my green, and green on 5 is not it today. But then we have gray on 3. There's my gray, and you got it. Thank you so much. I'll send you a message here. I can see on my comment board. I'll send you a message and we'll get that mailed out to you here. So thanks so much. Appreciate you being here. And with that, let's move this annoying thing out of the camera view. 1 second. All right. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks so much. We have the next thing is defining your day. So what is shiny? So defining your day segment is from some people that had said, get up in the morning and they have a little bit of difficulty defining their day and what just having purpose and things like that. And I think we all struggle with that to a degree. And so what I want to say about shiny is it's not just merchandise on the shinybrand.com store. It is philosophy. It is you could even say an ideology, not a religion. So there is a difference ideology and religion. Make sure you understand that. And so it's an ideology, it's a way of living, a philosophy of living. So there's multiple layers to shiny, but what the acronym stands for is strong, hope, influential, necessary, you. And so I have several different teachings that, like, you are shiny, be shiny, I am shiny, stay shiny. And those are the main points of it. And so what that is it's like how to be, take action. Like let's use hope for an example. So many people in their mindset, it's so easy to say, I hope someone mows grandma's lawn. Well, why don't you be that hope, right? Why don't you go and mow some grandma's lawn, and so that, or your mom or someone that is not able to do certain tasks. We just got a bunch of snow in Minnesota, so go be that, be hope. I mean, that can simply just by showing somebody that you care. So I'm not going to get into that anymore now, because that's a very deep thing, and we really want to do this show in the mornings pretty quick. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk about for what is shiny, to answer some of those questions. It's a whole trauma recovery program and everything. So that's going to be unveiled here more as well. Creating your future. So many people, they are uncertain of the future. They plan too much for the future. They think about what is going to happen and not happen. Come here, let's get her in here again. She's getting antsy. Come on, you don't want to get up here? Good girl. So when we create our future, we have to do that in the moment. And so one of the things that somebody had brought up to me in the questioning of what to do with this morning show was attention seeking people. And so then what I labeled this as attention fiends. Now, what that means is that you're going to do things, whether that be on social media or whether that be in person. That can be all kinds of different methods that you can use to get attention. That's not a narcissist, but in attention fiend is somebody that's going to do things like, let me just even say it like this. This is a huge pet peeve for me. I believe in prayer. I believe that it is extremely powerful, but and I know that sometimes we need and should ask for prayer. However, I think that one of the things that is way overused is, pray for my family. And you just put it out there. Don't ask questions. Well, you want them to ask questions, or you wouldn't say don't ask questions. That's attention seeking. I'm sorry, but it is. Like I said in my reel, it's going to be kind of hard for some people to hear that, but that is really what it is. And we all do it. I do it for sure. Absolutely. I've done it. So don't think that I'm, innocent in that fact. and then, so if we, in the moment, if we seek that attention, that creates our future, right? That creates how people will respond to us in the future, which means they're going to avoid us. If we become these attention fiends, and that you're always trying to be more hyperbolic on the next thing just so that you can get more attention, people are just going to go away altogether completely. So the other thing is, we're going to talk about faith. So this has been, I want to handle this as best I can. This is something that people have not responded really well to from Wednesday's live, and that is the faith-based thought. Now, there's a lot of people, whether they would label themselves as atheists or whether they would label themselves as whatever, but we all label ourselves something in general when it comes to faith. I told you what I believe. I am not going to sway from that. There's nothing in my life that, certainly at my age, that I've been shown that can do that. So I'm very well established and very well attached to that. There is a creator God, that he sent his son as a sacrifice for my sin, as a fully man, fully God on earth, and was sacrificed and was risen from the grave, and then the gift of the Holy Spirit. But one of the things that it says in Proverbs is, and this goes back to the adult bullies, if your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. And so I think at this time of Christmas, I think that while our goal should not be to heap burning coals, we should have a spirit, a heart of just giving willingly. And I think that can then open up, because we see all over the world right now the protests, violent protests, frankly, in some other countries, and even in our country, that is standing up against Christmas and the celebration of Christmas. So I think that's really important to just willingly feed them and give them water to drink. So I want to thank you. We have, I got chatty again here, and so we are way over our time. And someone made a negative comment that, let me word it like this. I won't word it exactly how it was said, because that might give away in some of the things. But the person had made the comment that basically, like, this was the first show, you're never going to have that many views again, and all these kinds of negative things. And so I want to say that this isn't me. This morning show that I want to do is because I've looked at what people are struggling with, that they feel like there's not content that's real and genuine. I mean, look at my hair today. I mean, if you know me at all, this is a stretch. This is the biggest, like, this is massively vulnerable for me to publicly, like, this is out there forever. To publicly have my hair a mess like this. Seriously, it really is. And that's the idea of this, is to be vulnerable together, just to share our thoughts. Please go ahead and just send me your thoughts in a direct message. Actually, you can also email bookmattlogan@gmail.com. Somebody asked about that. So I appreciate you. It's us. It's we that is making this successful. And that is the truth. I will be doing other things and more things, as people have asked, but this is us. This is we. This is our art together. So, hey, we'll see you on Monday. Hopefully it's not going to be snowing and the internet crashes, but I'm working on some backup plans if that were to ever happen again. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.